It's October, which means it's the perfect time to talk about a little animated movie about a sad old man who loses his wife. Nope, not that one. Today we're gonna take a look at Monster House, a movie that came out back in 2006 and was just a little bit darker than Pixar's Up. Another good reason to talk about it in 2017 is that it was written by Dan Harmon. He's one of the creators of Rick and Morty, which has been a huge influence on pop culture this year, for better or for worse.
I tickle Rick! What beloved dum-dum!
That was for worse, don't do that. Today we're looking at the dark truth behind Monster House. We'll talk about weird trivia, influences, and changes that were made from the much darker original screenplay. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button and ringing the bell for more videos. So the movie's main character, DJ, seems like a nice kid who just wants to help. But in the original script for the movie, he was a little more messed up. Apparently, the intention was to have DJ and Chowder be harassed by two bullies named Ryan and Cameron. They ended up getting eaten by the house after DJ lures them to the house on purpose as bait. That all got taken out because the studio was like, oh, that's kinda dark. Can't have the movie's lovable kid intentionally lure people into a murder trap. It's a little messed up. There are a couple of references to the master of horror, Stephen King, sprinkled throughout the movie. First of all, the concept of a house that comes alive and eats people can be found in King's 1991 book, The Dark Tower 3: The Wastelands. Then there's a scene in the basement of the monster house where Chowder shines a light on a mechanical monkey, just like the one featured in Stephen King's short story, The Monkey, in his collection Skeleton Crew. It can also be argued that a kid riding on a tricycle before stumbling upon unspeakable evil is a nod to the Stephen King classic, The Shining. So like I mentioned before, the original screenplay for Monster House was a lot darker than the final film we got. One of the big differences was that the characters that got eaten by the Monster House got eaten by the Monster House, as in they died. It seemed like the final movie was gonna go that way too, but because the studio wanted to be absolutely sure they got that sweet PG rating, they made all the eaten characters crawl out of the hole during the credits and crack a few jokes. So let that be a lesson to kids, it's okay to get eaten by monsters. There are no consequences to getting eaten alive. Let's keep it going on the Studio Note PG train. There's a scene where we find out that DJ and Chowder have been so focused on spying on the monster house that instead of leaving the room, they just peed in bottles. You'd think with how sensitive the studio seems to have been, they might have cut that out. But no, they decided to keep the bottles of child urine. What they did change though was how they were referred to. Chowder has a line where he says, DJ, you pee in bottles? But that was originally, DJ, you piss in bottles? And in fact, you can see Chowder's lips speak that original line. So for future reference, it's cool to have characters urinate in bottles, but not for them to call it piss. That crosses the line. Well, that's it for today's quick list. Let us know in the comment section if you knew about these things about Monster House and if there's anything else about the film you know. If you're watching this on Facebook, you can hit the link to jump over to YouTube and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.